Hey folks, it's Lee and Teresa at Stringfield Ridge Farm. We're going to tell you how we named our farm. Okay, so there was a collaboration going around a little while back. I don't remember who started it. I didn't write all that down and we didn't get tagged, but we decided to do it anyway, of how we named our farm and in our channel. And basically, we named our farm first, and then was obvious that that needed to be our channel name to us. And so we bought the property for $16,000. We built our house for $10,000. So we have 8 acres and a nice cabin for $26,000. So we're going to start at the beginning of buying the property. Lee lived next door, yes. Was born and raised next door and lived there most of his life.
I was 18 years old.
And the guy that owned this property, he lived next door to an older man who owned this property.
Right.
That was Odell Stringfield.
Right.
Now,
he was like a grandfather to me.
Like a grandfather to him,
and he, in '86, I think I was 11 years old. No, I was 12. He had passed away, and he was fertilizing the pecan trees out on this property, and I had come up on him. I was the one who found him while he was passed away, and then a couple of his cousins bought the property, and one of his cousins passed away not long after that from cancer. His other cousin lived here for several years. What?
Hurry, come on.
But
spit it out. You can't
he was
stop,
kind of
stop,
one
stop.
that kind of actually helped me also get into playing guitar also, other than my Uncle Dusty, and because he played guitar, and he ended up selling it to another guy that decided he was going to turn it into a trailer park down here, and that didn't really work out, and he had left and bought another farm and was fixing to move off from here, and we got a hold of him, and he decided that he would sell us the property for what he gave for it.
It was sitting empty. It was sitting empty for a while, and we were renting a property on the other side.
Yes. And
this was sitting empty, so we decided to contact the guy and ask him about it. Yeah. And he agreed to let us do a contract with him, a rent-to-own contract with him, mm-hmm. for $16,000. Right. And we got that paid off in 5 years.
5 years.
And then we built our cabin back here. We used one of the trailers. We cleared everything off and used one of the trailers to live in, and we fixed it up a little bit to live in it. While we built back here. Mm-hmm. And
we used a lot of salvaged material from the other trailers that was here on the property that they wasn't fit to live in, but they still had a lot of good lumber in it, and so I tore down a bunch of the old trailers and used a lot of that lumber.
And then also we looked around and found cheaper things. Some things were brand new, but maybe they were on a clearance or had a ding, or needless to say, we built our house for $10,000. Mm-hmm. And of course that was Lee doing all the work. He's a jack of all trades, and he could
a master at none.
He could do all the work, so he pretty much built the whole house by himself, and working. He had to work a full-time 40-hour-a-week job, so he was
more like a 70,
yeah, he was working a lot of overtime too. But so he'd work a little bit in the afternoon, but mostly weekends. So it ended up taking 4 years. We didn't expect it to take 4 years, but it did because of when he was able to work on it. But we lived in the trailer for 4 years and got this built. And so catching up to date, we 2 years ago, in 2017,
when you started digging into the history
of the place, but
Odell and everything too. So.
We had decided to name it. We had decided to name our property and give it a farm name because I wanted to sell stuff. I wanted to start going to farmers markets and sell products that I made and stuff like that. And I think at the time we weren't necessarily thinking about the YouTube. At first I was just thinking about selling stuff, and we needed a name to go behind that. So we decided to name the farm, and we were up at the big garden one day, and it was really hot outside. It was so hot outside and humid. It gets humid here. It was really hot and humid, and I walked off to come to the house, and I got to the spot just pretty close to the exact spot where he found Mr. Odell Stringfield.
Right.
And a cool breeze hit me. Out of nowhere, a cool breeze just came on me, and I stopped there, and I was like, oh, this is a good spot. And I don't remember exactly what we said, but it just kind of instantly came to us to name it after him.
I told her that where she was at was about the same area that he always sat in a chair underneath the
which was pretty much where he passed away too.
Right.
And
right.
So we are going to put a bench in that spot. We've been talking about it and we haven't done it yet, but we are going to get a bench put in that spot in honor of Mr. Odell Stringfield. And but that was the spot where it just kind of hit us to name it after him. And this property is on a ridge that runs through, so we just came up with Stringfield Ridge Farm. Now I feel like the name is a little bit long, because when we go to type it out or something, I feel like it's a little long, but I don't think Stringfield Farm didn't sound right to me, and you know, Stringfield Ridge, that kind of shortens it a little, but we just went with Stringfield Ridge Farm.
Right.
So when you're naming yours, consider options of not making it so long, maybe.
Shorter names or something.
And so that's the way we named ours. And so like I said, we got the house paid off in 5 years. We took a little along buying stuff for it. We bought either used or discount clearance stuff in it. Some things are not. Some things are just brand new good stuff. It depends on what it is that we decided to
it depended on what we wanted. You know, like certain things you don't want to
buy used.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to go skimpy on certain things.
Yeah, like a kitchen faucet. Our kitchen faucet's a really nice faucet. Our ceiling fan in the living room is a nice one.
Yeah, I mean you
some
don't
things.
Certain things you don't want to necessarily buy used, and then
but a lot of it we did.
You know,
so
a couple years down the road, then have to go and rebuy again.
Yeah.
So you want to try to do some to, you know,
our floors.
more
We
for
probably
a
spent
long haul.
We probably spent more on our hardwood floors than anything. We did get a discount on that. We got a discount on that.
I mean, we still got a discount on
but
that.
But they're beautiful, and I love them. And so, anyway, that's how we bought our property and home for $26,000. And how we named our property was from the old man that he planted the
Mr.
pecan trees here.
Yes, he did.
He grew tobacco here,
Yes,
and some of Lee's family worked tobacco here for him.
Yes.
And so that's how we named our property, Stringfield Ridge Farm. So, if you hadn't gotten in on this collaboration, get in on it and let us know how you named your property or your farm or your channel. And if you don't have a channel, thanks for watching. And so I guess that's it. Did we cover everything?
I think so.
So give us a thumbs up and a comment and subscribe. Well, cut that out.
You know they cut that out.
So, turn it off.
She tell me to turn it off. I don't want to.